Alright folks, Rob here again. And I was going to do both these cleanings in the same video, but I got to rambling like I usually do and made that other, you'd think for a man that can't breathe right now, I'd be a little more quiet. But we're going to clean up this new Ruger Wrangler bird's head. This is the new model out. I ain't got to shoot it yet. If you watched the last video, you know I found out Tuesday I had COVID and I've been pretty sick and just ain't been able to get out to. I tried making this video yesterday and couldn't do it. So on the Ruger, we're gonna clean it up and get it ready for its first shots. So this gun is unloaded, as you can see there, and we're gonna take it apart and clean it and get it ready to shoot when I get to feeling a little better. So I hope to take it apart, push your barrel pin or your cylinder pin retainer here on the side. Now on the Ruger, this doesn't come all the way out, so it just comes out as far as the end of the ejector there. Maybe I have to, there we go. I took this apart before and it wasn't that hard. Doesn't have much to grab onto there. Let's see, man. Well, there we go. So you pull it out, it doesn't hardly have the room to come out, so it's kind of a captured pin. Open your loading gate, remove your cylinder. Here's a look at the cylinder. Recessed cylinder here, so you don't want to dry fire this. It'll ding up the edges of your cylinder there. So this is not one you want to dry fire. And here we have our frame. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the same I done to the barkeep. And if it's boring to you guys, you know, I know lots of you guys own these types of guns and don't need to see this, but I thought this might be informational to somebody who's just getting into single actions and maybe pick up one of these particular guns. We're going to take our 22 bore snake, and this 22 bore snake, a while back I was doing quite a bit of 22 stuff, and I could not find a 22 bore snake to save my life. I'd looked at every store and online, and I just couldn't seem to locate one. And this was sent to me by my good buddy Mark Thomas over at his channel is Mark Thomas, so check him out. He does some beautiful leather work, so if you're in the market for a holster for a Heritage or a Wrangler or a barkeep, or he makes some of the nicest holsters out there. So if you're in the market for something like that, and I know he's already come up with a little bit of a design for this gun. He's always innovating, so check him out. Anyway, we're just going to run this patch through here, this bore snake, a time or two, and just get any of the machining crud out there that might be in there, and just this is actually, you can see the rifling pretty good down through that one. I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not, but pretty nice looking rifling. And then we're just going to oil this up a little bit. Like I said, I like to put a little bit here on your cylinder stop and here on your paw. This is what actually rotates the cylinder as it comes up. I like to put a drop or two in there and put a little bit here on the loading gate. Just helps a little bit when you're, and then now, something I wanted to explain here about the Rugers. Sometimes people will get a jam with the Ruger. And what happens is, your cylinder pin here is what actually puts pressure on your block here. Now, if I was to hold this forward, let's see if I can demonstrate this. If I hold this forward, see, it hits the bottom of the firing pin. So I watched another video and they said that was spring loaded. That is not spring loaded. There is no spring behind that. What does it is your cylinder pin, and I'll demonstrate it. On your cylinder pin, you do, well, I guess it is a little bit spring loaded, because as you can see on the end of your cylinder pin, there is a little bit of a spring. So I guess in essence they were correct. It is spring loaded, but the spring is located on your cylinder pin. So what happens is, when you put your cylinder pin in, let's see if I can demonstrate it. When you push your cylinder, see, it pushes that back, and that's what puts the tension on your trigger block. There's your hammer block. That's your hammer block. And that's what puts the tension on the hammer block in order to keep it pushed away from the firing pin. So if you'll watch as that comes up, it goes behind the firing pin. And with the cylinder pin out, let me pull it out just a little bit. With the cylinder pin out, when it comes up, it can catch the back of the firing pin, as you can see there. Now if you're just holding it like this, it wouldn't do it. But the tension that keeps your firing pin block or hammer block from jamming up on your firing pin is that rod. I just watched another video of a guy having problems with his Ruger jamming, and that's what it is. Some of the older ones will do the same thing. The Wranglers, the full size. So, but that's a culprit right there if you're having jams. So, see, it done it just there. I like to put a little oil right here and right here, alongside the hammer. Maybe a little here down by the spring. You don't need a lot. You don't need tons of oil. And alrighty, so let's run this snake through these cylinders and clean them out a little bit, and just get anything in them that might be out, or that might be left in them from the manufacturing process. I've been anxious to shoot this gun. I actually been anxious to shoot both of them, the barkeep boot and I'm a little more excited about the boot just because it's got that short barrel, no sights. I'm just a little bit, curious as to see if I can even hit anything with it. I'm sure I'll hit something with it. I don't know how big it'll have to be. And the reality of it is, I'll talk about that in just a minute, because as a point I wanted to bring up the other day when I was planning on doing this yesterday. But there's a point about the boot that I would like to bring out, and we'll do it. I'll surmise it with that. So anyway, we've done that. I like to take one time, go down the middle here. We'll clean out this where the cylinder pin rides. Clean that out. Then we're just going to wipe it down with a little bit of oil. Wipe it off. Get it clean. We've oiled around that. We're ready to go back together. This is Cerakote, so I wouldn't have to put any oil on the actual gun itself. The cylinder is really the only part of it that could potentially rust. So there it is, back together. Oh, it already rolls smoother. Yeah. So I'll wipe her off a little bit. Just use what residual is on there. Okay, so that's clean and ready to go. Comes with this nice holster, and we'll touch on this just a minute and then I'm going to shut up. Okay, I've got a little bit of slack on the barkeep boot. People, why would you want that? Well, the way I look at it, any of you guys that have seen me shoot know that almost every gun I have will shoot far better than I have the ability to shoot it. I wear bifocals, and it's just a matter of eyesight. So Heritage came out with a revolver for people who can't hit shit, so they would have a gun that you can't hit shit with. So to me, this is the perfect gun. I can't see shit, and this probably won't hit shit. So it's a match made in heaven. This is the gun for people who can't shoot. And this way I can always blame the gun and not myself, because anybody who's seen me shoot, it's just a slick little gun. Anybody wouldn't want one of these that's like, I don't know, something wrong with you. No, I'm just kidding. Nothing wrong with you. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. But, I mean, it's just cool. Look at it. Anyway, guys, I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll get to film better in a few days. I got to get back to work. I've already missed 2 days of work this week. Probably won't make it tonight. I got to go be retested. I may try to do that Friday or Saturday so I can maybe get back to work Saturday night. Anyway, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you watching. Until we get to shoot these guns, I appreciate it. Y'all being patient with me. I got a lot of projects that I'm way behind on and just haven't been getting to lately. So appreciate y'all. If you find this entertaining or informational, or for whatever reason, give me a thumbs up. If you think I've earned one, then I'd appreciate it. If you want to leave a comment, please do. I know I got my core group of people who are always leaving their comments, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all. If you're not a subscriber and you feel like I'm somebody you might want to watch, feel free to subscribe, and I appreciate it. Until next video, guys, we'll see you later.